Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing good and I hope you guys are in good health. Welcome to this week live PMP Q&A session. And as you guys normally do, please let me know in the chat whether you could able to see me and hear me properly. Good. And also a lot of people started wishing me. Let me wish them back. Hi Murli, good to see you. Hi Danya, good to see you. Hi Nagaraju, good to see you. Guys, please let me know in the chat whether you can see me and hear me properly. Okay, Samuel, thank you so much for your feedback. Hi, Ralin, good to see you. Hi, Anand. Hi, Siam. Hi, Karoli. It's okay, you're on time, Karoli. Good. So let's wait for some time before we start because I expect more participants so that we can start our session. Let's give 2 or 3 minutes. In the meantime, if you guys have any queries, please do let me know in the chat. I will try to respond. Hi, Adnan. Good to see you. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 to 3. I'm going to give you all 2 to 3 minutes because I expect more participants to join. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions, do ask me. So, Siamak, you asked what's today questions about. So, today we are going to focus on Agile, as the name suggests, which is the most important topic for the PMP exam, for the current PMP exam. Hi, Srinivas, good to see you. Okay, let's give a couple of minutes before we start. Okay, so what question I have? Prabhu was asking me, please brief about Epic and features in Agile. So, Prabhu, if you personally ask me, Epic means just a high level requirements. To be honest, Epic doesn't have any definition. It is the project team discretion which they are selecting as Epic. Feature means it's also a high level requirement, but feature has definition. Feature means it's a group of related requirements. So I'll give you one example for feature. Consider your product is to develop a cell phone. Call, that's a feature. So with that feature, what are the group of related requirements we can classify? You know, calling button must be green in color. When we press a calling button, keypad should open up, and we should have a provision to type phone numbers. After typing phone numbers, when the call is pressed, call should connect. So these are individual requirements. So this is grouped under a big feature called call. Yeah, good. Okay, hi Rekha, hi Murat, good to see you. Hi Adnan. So Agile project also have change control process. No, I don't want to read this statement further. And Adnan, Agile don't have change control process. We just do product backlog grooming because time and cost is fixed in Agile. Yeah. Helen, you're right. No CCB in Agile, just grooming. Hi, Janet. Good to see you. Hi, Stephanie. Okay. Okay, guys, the time is on. So let's get started with our actual agenda of today's class. So, in today's class, we are going to discuss 5 PMP questions focused on Agile. So, how we are going to discuss those 5 questions are, I'm going to show you a question and I will be giving you approximately a minute for you guys to answer that particular question. Read the question, pick an option, and please put the option in the chat because I am very much interested to know which options you guys are selecting. So after that, I will be approaching that particular question. Then I will be revealing the right choices for you. So this process will be continuing for the 5 sets of questions that we are going to discuss today. So let's not waste any time. Let's get started. Good. So this is the first question you are going to do, and I'm going to give you 60 seconds for this particular question. Your time starts now. Okay. So let me read the chat. I could able to see option D is getting majority, but some group of participants are picking option B as well. Okay, that's good to know. See, before I start explaining, I want to highlight this particular statement which was made by Sudarshan. Requirements are not clear, so agile. Very good, Sudarshan. I just loved your reasoning. Good. And I could able to see people are, participants are jumbling between option B and D. Okay, guys, let me take up this question. To gain market share, the company initiated an internal project to upgrade all the project management processes. However, the project sponsor wants to complete the project as early as possible, and also the requirements are not so clear. How should the project manager handle this request? Okay, so what I understood from this particular question is, to gain market share, a company has initiated an internal project. The project is to upgrade all the project management processes. And carefully read the rest of the statement in the question. However, sponsor wants to complete the project as early as possible, means fastness. And also the requirements are not so clear for this particular project. As a project manager, how will you handle this request? That's what asked in the question. Let me read the options now. Option A, choose the predictive approach by making a detailed baseline. Strictly no for predictive, because from the question it is very clear that requirements are not clear. When the requirements are not clear, changes will be expected. So we have to always go for adaptive life cycle. It can be iterative, incremental, or agile. Predictive, strict no. So option A, it's not a good choice for me. Let me read option B. Select the hybrid approach, whereas the development of project management processes should be done in a predictive model. See, I don't want to read this particular option further. The reason is, from the question, it is very clear the requirements of this particular project is not so clear. So then how you will do the development of project management processes in a predictive model when the requirements are not clear? So when you will go for predictive, when the needs are very clear and when the requirements are fixed, right? So option B is also not a good choice for me. Let me read option C. Choose an iterative approach and repeat iterations until project management processes are developed perfectly. See, this is a good choice comparing A and B. As I already stated, when requirements are not clear, you can go for any adaptive life cycle. Iterative is one of the adaptive life cycles. So considering option B, I'm eliminating A and B. So for me, C looks better. Now let me read option D now. follow an agile life cycle for making a faster delivery. See, this is a very good choice, I would say, comparing C. I will tell you my reasoning for that. Requirements are not so clear, so we can go for agile, we can go for iterative. And read the request from the sponsor. Sponsor wants to complete the project as early as possible. Means sponsor wants to, kind of do aiming for fastness. When you're going for iterative approach, you can't do fastness. You will complete everything and then you will make a final delivery, one single delivery. But when you're following an agile approach, you can do incremental releases. Agile is iterative plus incremental, right? So for this reason, I'm eliminating option C. For this question, my pick would be option D. Participants who selected option B, kindly be aware, guys, when the requirements are not clear, you can't do the project in predictive. Read option B again. It is stating development of project management processes should be done in predictive model. You can't do it because requirements are not clear. So for this question, my pick would be option D. That's okay if you guys have done things wrong. So from my explanation, make sure that you guys have understood the concepts. Yeah, good. Let's move on. So let's do this question, guys. And I'm going to start the timer. Your time starts now. Okay. So let me read the chat. I could able to see option C is getting majority and some group of participants are selecting option B as well. Okay. Okay, but I think C is a clear winner. Okay. Okay, guys, let me take up this question. A resistant stakeholder directly reached out to the Agile team's work area, providing and asking the team to do some urgent work. The team accepts the work and they completed those work. The product owner becomes upset when he got to know that the team worked on the requested features. As a project manager, what will you do? So, what I understood from this particular question is a resistant stakeholder is directly reaching out to development team members, and that person is asking to do some urgent work. And what team is doing, team is accepting the work and they are doing the work. Product owner came to know about this and product owner is very upset because team is accepting the work from this particular resistant stakeholder. So, what was asked in the question, as a project manager, considering the situation you have, what you will do? Good. Let me read the options now. Option A, make sure the key stakeholders document all the changes as a change request and follow the change control process. See, from the question, it is very clear this is an agile question. I'm not going to pick any predictive answer. Change control process is only for predictive project. So option A, it's not a good choice. Let me read option B. Update the stakeholder engagement plan with the engagement strategy to make the resistant stakeholder supportive. See, again, all these plans, stakeholder engagement plan, communication management plan, these plans are for predictive project. In agile, if you can create it, but it is when it is highly necessary. But considering option B, for me, if I compare B with A, B looks like a better choice at least, so I'm eliminating option A. But B is not a good choice as well, because stakeholder engagement plan, these things and all will be created for predictive project. But let me keep B. Let me read option C. Collaborate with the product owner and the key stakeholder together and facilitate them to agree on a workflow. See, option C is an excellent choice, guys, because when any stakeholder wants to give some work to agile team, those work should go to product backlog. Who owns the product backlog? Product owner. This means any stakeholder is not allowed to directly give work to the development team. Those stakeholders has to reach out to product owner. Via product owner, work has to be given. Product owner is the owner of the product. What you're doing in option C, you're making a clear workflow, a communication workflow between product owner and key stakeholder, so that these stakeholders in future, if they want to give work, they will directly collaborate with the product owner. Option C is an excellent choice. Considering option C, I'm eliminating option B. Let me read option D. Invite the key stakeholder to the product backlog grooming session moving forward. See, this is something product owner will do it. You don't want to do it. As a first step, you define a clear workflow. Following the workflow, product owner and key stakeholder will do option D. So for this particular question, my pick would be option C. D is eliminated. Yeah, C is the right choice. Great job, guys. Very good. You guys are killing it. Good. With the same enthu, let's just move on. Let's do the third question, and I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Okay. So I could able to see option C is unanimously, not unanimously, option C got majority, I would say. Because I could able to see some participants are picking option A and B as well. Okay. Guys, you're going to learn something new here. So please listen to me carefully. Let me take this question. Due to the usage of the faulty platform for development that is no longer supported, the cost of the agile project is forecasted to rise more than 100%. Which of the following options reveal who should decide to cancel the project? Okay, see, this question has a lot of garbage. What was asked in the question is very simple. From the following four options I have, who has an authority to cancel the project? That's it. Let me read option A. Project manager. No, manager doesn't have an authority. The head of business control. See, there is no role according to PMP like the head of business control. No. See, guys, if you personally ask me, project sponsor, not personally, according to PMP, project sponsor is the one who has an authority to initiate and also to cancel the project. So A and B, not a good choice. Product owner. See, in some cases, sponsor and product owner can be the same. Yeah, both person can be the same. Yeah, so means both roles, sponsor role and product owner role, same person can handle. Yeah, so option C is a good choice for me comparing A and B, so I'm eliminating A and B. Let me read option D. Procurement manager. No, it's absolutely not. Option D is eliminated. So for this question, my pick would be option C. As I already mentioned, in some cases, a person can do a role of sponsor and can do a role of product owner also. Guys, and one more thing. I have a question to you all. In option D, instead procurement manager, you are seeing project sponsor. Which option you will pick? Write down in the chat. In option D, instead procurement manager, you're seeing project sponsor. Which option you guys will pick? Exactly. Great job, guys. Option D. So, sponsor is the one who has an authority to initiate or cancel the project. Great job. You guys are doing great. Good. Let's move on. Okay. Let's do this particular question. I'm going to start the timer. Your time starts now. Okay. So let me read the chat. Option B, unanimity. Great job, guys. Good job. Okay, let me take this question. You facilitated an agile project planning and presented the release schedule to the project sponsor. Your project sponsor informed the agile team that your competitor is going to launch the product sooner and also recommends launching a basic version of the product. As a project manager, what you will do? So, what I understood from this particular question, I facilitated. When I say I'm considering myself as a project manager. I facilitated an agile project planning and I presented the release schedule to the sponsor. After seeing the release schedule, sponsor is informing the agile team saying the competitor is going to launch the product sooner. And also sponsor is recommending launching a basic version of the product first. So what was asked in the question, as a project manager, how will I satisfy sponsor's request? Let me read the options now. Option A, discuss with the product owner, team, and SMEs to identify risks and risk responses. Nowhere in the question it is stated, we have a risk. Okay, I can consider competitor launching the product sooner. It's not yet happened yet. I can consider that as a risk and I can find risk response. Option A, it's not a bad choice. Let me read option B. Meet the product owner, Scrum team, and SMEs to help define the minimum viable product. This is an excellent choice. From the question, it is very clear. Sponsor is asking you to launch a basic version of the product. When you are launching minimum viable product to the market, so you are actually launching, the basic version of the product. So minimum viable product is nothing but when you are developing a minimum viable product, with that product, it will only have the basic features. With that features, the product is just functional. And also in option B, you're collaborating. So in the PMP exam, in the options that you're collaborating, always should given priority. So B is an excellent choice. Considering option B, I'm eliminating option A. Let me read option C. Ask your team to estimate the effort and build the business case accordingly. See, we don't want to change business case. We just want to launch minimum viable product. That's it, in order to satisfy sponsors' request. C is also eliminated. Meet the product owner, Scrum team, and SMEs to raise a change request. Absolutely not. Agile, no change request. D is gone. For this particular question, my pick would be option B. And great job, guys. Minimum viable product. As Pushpa mentioned, it's equal to basic version. Yeah, great job, Pushpa. Good. Okay, before we move on to the next question, I know what you all know what I'm going to ask. Guys, come on. I see 70 participants in this live session. I need 70 likes. Come on, guys. When you're learning something from my session and when my questions are challenging you, just go and smash the like button. Come on. With no excuses, I need likes. Come on. 70 likes. See, thank you, Mohammed, for doing it. Like. Okay. Thank you that you pressed 3 times. Good job. Srinivas, you liked in the beginning itself. Thank you so much. Rekha, thank you. Yes, Stephanie. Smash the like button. Thank you so much. Come on, guys. Kill it. Just smash the like button. Let's do the last question and then we'll close the session. Okay. Thank you so much for doing likes. Good. Let's do the last one now. Here we go. So I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Your time starts now. Okay. Option A is getting unanimity. Okay. Good. Let me take up this question. On an agile project, one of the key stakeholders who is working virtually shows resistance to the project. The project manager begins to suspect that the stakeholders think the requirements of the stakeholders are not considered. As a project manager, how would you handle the situation? Good. So what I understood from the question, I'm working on an agile project. One of the key stakeholders who is working virtually, that particular person shows resistance to my project. So what I'm suspecting, the stakeholder think the requirements of the stakeholders are not being considered. So that is a reason that particular stakeholder shows resistance to the project. So what was asked in the question, as a project manager, how will you address this? Good. Let me read the options now. Discuss with that stakeholder and product owner together on a video call and understand their concerns. See, this looks like an excellent choice because you as a project manager is suspecting that this particular stakeholder thinks requirements of that stakeholder are not considered. Okay. See, if anyone wants to give requirements, to whom they have to give, to product owner, because requirements will be going to product backlog. Product owner owns the product backlog. By doing option A, what you're doing, you are collaborating with that stakeholder who raises complaint, and along with that, the product owner who is responsible for collecting requirements, and then you are together discussing the concerns. Option A is an excellent choice. For this particular reason, I have provided. Good. Let me read option B. Directly express empathy to the stakeholder to gain cooperation. See, by expressing empathy, you can't gain cooperation. What the stakeholder problem is already mentioned. Stakeholder think that the requirements are not being considered. So option B is eliminated. For me, still A stands best for the reason I have provided. Option C, update the stakeholder engagement plan with the engagement strategy. See, if this is a predictive question, I would have given priority for this. So, since this is an agile question and the conflict is related on the requirements, I would like to collaborate with that stakeholder and product owner. So, option C is eliminated. Let me read the last option. Request the sponsor to change the stakeholder, creating resistance to avoid project delays. See, guys, these type of option you should never pick. So when a stakeholder is resistant to your project, it's your responsibility to make that stakeholder supportive. You can't ask your sponsor to remove that particular stakeholder. So option D is also eliminated. For this question, my pick would be option A. Good. And yes, as Saidu mentioned, see here, read it, guys. Agile is all about collaboration. Yeah, good job. Good. So, with this, we completed today's session. Thank you so much, guys, for your participation. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's class, and I hope you guys have learned something new. Yeah. Thank you so much for your support that you guys are providing for live Q&A as always. And if you guys have any queries, on PMP or generic project management stuff, please don't hesitate to write me an email. My email ID you are seeing on the screen. It's gautham.sudakar at eduhubspot.com. And my promise is I will be responding to you all within 24 hours. Yeah, good. Thank you so much for your participation. And I will be soon meeting you all next week, same time. Until then, bye. Take care. And some participants are wishing me in the chat. Let me wish them back and then let me close the session. Bye. Thank you so much. Good. Srinivas, you got 4 out of 5. Great job. Rekha, 4 out of 5. Great job. Murli, 5 out of 5. Fantastic job. Pushpa, 4 out of 5. Great. Make sure, Pushpa, the one question which you did wrong, make sure from my explanation you have understood that particular question. Yeah. Anand, thank you for liking my session. Ralin, 4 out of 5. Great job. Arnab, good job, man. So, Mohit, glad to know you have enjoyed today's session. Sam, you're welcome. Krishna, you're welcome. Ahmad, you're welcome. Suraj, thank you so much. Janet, you're welcome. Vijay, you're welcome. Rekha, you're welcome. Good. So, thank you so much, guys, for your participation and see you next week. Bye.